So I was going to tag the original comment that made this, and I can't find it now for some reason. But they brought up something that I keep forgetting to mention, especially those of you who have your technician license. There are, that's the post it was on. I was talking about weather and how it can impact radio usage. And there's one other part of weather that I kind of forgot about, and because I don't try to take advantage of it most of the time, because usually when it happens I'm busy and can't. But that is wow, I just blanked on the terminology too. Essentially there's a point inversion, that's what it is, temperature inversions. So occasionally, if the temperature inversion is just right, and what is the temperature inversion? It's like trapping warm, moist air between two layers of cold air. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I thought that's what it was. But anyway, it will trap radio waves in there, and they actually make them go further than it otherwise would. The way I look at it, or the way I kind of know it's happening, is if I'm listening to my radio and I can pick up things from the Minneapolis-St. Paul area on the radio on my car, there's a temperature inversion. I can, it's coming in really clear. When normal days, you'll get anything from 0 to static, but you can still, mostly hear it. So that is a good way to know it's happening, or why it happens. Maybe someday you are scanning through radio and you're listening, and like this, you hear this radio station, like, this is awesome. I like this station. Why haven't I found this before? And then you find out it's like 100 miles away. Yeah, that's that exact scenario. So how's it playing a ham radio? Well, on those particular days, you can work stations that are much further via simplex than you ever could before. So I've heard of people talking hundreds of miles for about maybe 5 minutes on like a VHF, standard VHF 5-watt handheld. So that's some of the cool stuff that just happens because of weather. Watch out, Cat. I don't want to run you over. My stories, I don't have any cool stories like that. I don't go on simplex like I probably should. My story tends to be more around through a repeater. And one day, it's hard to say because this is kind of on the edge of repeater anyway. But I'm in Mankato, Minnesota. If you look at Albert Lee, they're just kind of out of that repeater range, maybe a little bit outside of it. And there was a guy booming in for quite a while one evening, and a couple people were talking back and forth with him. And then another time, I was just driving around, and all of a sudden I heard someone's call sign. Now I have a habit of when someone calls, I will answer to make sure that's heard, especially if it's a call sign I've never heard. I try not to leave anyone unheard, but especially for especially if I hear a Kilo Foxtrot 0 station at this point, at least in our area, those are usually the newer people. So I like to try and make sure I make a contact with them. Or if I just hear someone I've never heard before, I will try and at least say hi to make sure that they know it works. And one day this happened, and I said, yeah, I'm up here in Mankato driving around. Where are you located? Yeah, I'm located near Iowa, or right on the border of Iowa, maybe a little further in. He was somewhere down in Iowa range, probably about 100 miles away. And we were talking just as if he was sitting next to me. Sorry, turned off. So you can, as a technician, not just get an HF, which is absolutely a possibility as well, But take advantage of these temperature inversions and really get out there and work a couple people sometimes, as long as they're listening. And there are people who will get out there and do that. What is another surefire way to look at that? Wow, I'm going to blank on the site, but I will post it in the comments here. There is a site out there that will show you how far APRS is being heard. Usually it's from other digipeaters, but you can see sometimes it's coming from southern part of Iowa all the way up to northern Minnesota, all the way up to Chicago and things like that. And so you can take advantage of those and maybe talk to someone on Simplex at those times. So there's a couple different tools out there, ways to know that this is happening. But when it happens, it's really cool. As far as I'm aware, it's kind of hard to predict because it needs very special conditions. But it's not rare conditions. It happens several times a year, especially in summer. So stay tuned to that too. Again, in the comments, I'll try and pin the comment as well so that has all the details that you need. But there's lots of cool shit that can happen in ham radio. You just gotta get out there and look for it. So 73 WX0 MIK.